crazy cause he's being in it like
Talk TV right here. Talk about the Seattle Seahawks. I almost didn't make this video. I had a busy day, I had a tiring day, so you're probably wondering why I'm recording this video way too late. I've just been so tired. But you know what, I was like, F it. You know, I'm just gonna do this for you guys. And you know what, I'll fight through this. I'm gonna make this quick. And yeah, then yeah, to tomorrow. Sorry I could uploaded this, but hell, at least if you could approve it. So anyway, so yeah, we're doing the Seattle Seahawks. This is a team that last season made to the divisional round. They almost beat the Atlanta Falcons, but they just weren't ready for them. But you know it, you know, every year ever since Russell Wilson got drafted, this team's always been a Super Bowl contenders, and they are a Super Bowl contender this year. Will they make it? I'm not sure. Probably don't think so. But we'll talk about it. Who knows? I may change it. So let's start with our. Of course, you know, let's go strengths and weaknesses, fantasy outlook, bold predictions, win-loss prediction. Then we'll get the hell out of here. So let's start strengths. Let's start with the running backs. You guys signed Eddie Lacy in the offseason. And you know, like, you expect it to be the Marshawn Lynch, you know, form of this running back again, because you know you really missed out on Marshawn Lynch, that beast mode. Anything else, Eddie Lacy? I mean, yeah, it's a good signing. I mean, it's a decent signing, but I'm not sure if Eddie Lacy has it anymore. To be honest, like I don't know if he still has the hype that he had out of college, out of high school. I don't think he still has that hype. And also, he's been injury prone and he can't step up, but who knows? In this Pete Carroll offense, you know, some running backs stepped up, like you saw Thomas Rawls, you saw what's his face, Alex Collins, you also have Marshawn Lynch, and I'm forgetting the one dude that I always forget. Fred Jackson was decent, so you know, you can expect Eddie Lacy to step up and probably get you to close like 5 touchdowns or more. You know, I see what this signing does, and it could help you guys. They used to have Thomas Ross. CJ Procise was the guy I was forgetting. CJ Procise stepped up last season. He's going to be the third string. Is he really going to be the third string? But, you know, he'll step up for a couple games, then that'll be it. You still have Trey Madden, who I thought was decent. Mike Davis, Alex Collins. You know, and this is a really good running back core. I think it's a strength. It's good because, you know, for this team, you want to have a really good running back. Because the thing is that Russell Wilson, you know, he's a fast quarterback. He's slashy. So when there's a read option, he can know when to give it to you or not give it to you. I think that's a really good sign with this Seahawks. Another strength is the wide receivers. You know, Doug Baldwin has always been great for Russell Wilson. Jimmy Graham is still a beast. You guys drafted Amari Darboh out of Michigan. I'm pretty sure I pronounced his name right. You know, he'll be decent for you. You know, but you know you make every wide receiver decent. You still have Jermaine Kearse, Tyler Lockett, Kenny Lauer that you drafted out of California, Paul Richardson, and Luke Wilson. I like this wide receiving core. I think they'll do good with Russell. That's why Russell Wilson has more weapons. Another strength. Now, this is in between. I think it's the cornerbacks or the secondary, but I'm going to go with the secondary. You know, you still have half the Legion of Boom with Richard Sherman, Cam Chancellor, Earl Thomas. You signed Marcus Cromartie out of the New York Jets. So you still have Jeremy Lane, Bradley McDonald, Deshaun Shedd, which isn't really that good, but you know, he's decent. Nico Thorpe by the Raiders. You know, this is a really good secondary. I like the defensive coach Chris something. He's done an amazing job, but also they're well experienced by Dan Quinn. You know, they're well experienced. Or was it Dan Quinn or Tom Cable? Anyways, one of them, you know, their experience, you know, they always play good with Richard Sherman and all of them. So I expect the Seattle secondary to, you know, be great again. And yeah, those are my strengths. Let's go to my weaknesses. My weaknesses is the offensive line. The offensive line was terrible last season. Russell Wilson got injured because of this offensive line. Man, there's like these guys don't know how to block for anything. Like Justin Britt is probably the best offensive lineman you have in this core. And you got guys like Mark Kolowski, Joey Hunt, Luke Jacol, who is not good anymore. Robert Myers Jr. There's a bunch of nobodies. Junior, senior? What the hell kind of name was that? Junior, senior? You got rid of Russell Okung and Alvin Williams. Those were key losses. You should have had them. And some other really good offensive linemen retired I can't think of right now. So this offensive line is decreased. They did terrible, but it's a weakness on this team. But you're lucky you have Russell Wilson, or else you'll probably be like the Cleveland Browns. They go through every quarterback you have. Now, this maybe comes a shock, but I think the quarterback is a weakness. Outside of Russell Wilson, Trayvon Boykin, I don't think this guy is good. Like, he may be close to decent. He's below average, but this guy struggled. And I know it's his rookie season. He played in week 7 and maybe in week 16, but this guy struggled a lot. And I think he might even get worse, Seahawks fans. I don't know why a lot of people, you guys believe in Trayvon Boykin or Trevion Boykin. He could be a really good second string next to Connor Cook. No, he's not. No, he's not. He's not good. And Austin Davis, really? Austin Davis. This guy was sitting in his couch last season watching NFL football, being the Peyton Manning, barbecuing, and he really signed this guy. Like, you really think he's going to make a difference? No, he's not. No, he's not. Terrible. Outside of Russell Wilson's great, but the offensive line's terrible. And most likely that he might not have Russell Wilson. I'm not going to say it. And this quarterback depth is not good at all. To be honest, I think this is probably the only weakness you have. The defensive line's alright. I expect this defensive line to be better. Like this defensive line is decent. Anthony Rubin. You still have Cliff Averill. Wait, do you still have Cliff Averill? Yeah, you still have Cliff Averill. You signed David Bass, Michael Bennett, Frank Clark. And there's some decent guys. Deion Jordan, who's being suspended. Connor Marsh. Garrison Smith is pretty decent. This defensive line doesn't look that bad, but they just don't play like it. So, I need this defensive line to step up. I'm surprised this defensive line doesn't step up. Some with injuries, but man, I can't believe this does step up. I really see it step up, but I'm not sure. The linebacking core isn't really that good in my opinion. Like Bobby Wagner's great, Michael Wilhoit's decent, KJ Wright's decent. And that's it. I mean, he signed DJ Alexander, but you barely just got him. Like, this guy doesn't know the plays. Arthur Brown, Terrence, who are these guys, bro? Aside of Bobby Wagner and Michael Wilhoit and KJ Wright, this linebacking core is decent. I would put it as a weakness, but you have those three, and they're most likely playing. So, your backing core is decent and nothing else. And I think that's everything. Now let's go to my fantasy outlook. Russell Wilson's got to have his struggles. Mostly of his terrible offensive line. But also, this guy can't seem to be accurate at all with the ball. He really can't. He's at 82 quarterback rating, 21 touchdowns, 11 interceptions. 400 yards, 4,200 yards. This guy is inaccurate, and he throws these drag routes and stuff. I need him to throw the ball deeper, and I know he's capable of that, but man, for my fantasy outlook here, I expect him to throw at least close to 100 yards. And surprisingly, I'm going to have 20 touchdowns and 8 interceptions. Now, most of it will probably be off the receiver's hands, and the offensive line will be terrible. But, I expect Russell Wilson to step up, and I know he will. Russell Wilson is a great player. We all know this. Russell Wilson is a great player. Well, he doesn't play like it. I don't know what's wrong with the Seattle team, but I expect Russell Wilson, to get better. You signed Eddie Lacy. Now it's gonna take time for Eddie Lacy to get into this offense, but I expect him to have at least close to 500. Actually, no, close to 600 yards. Yeah, 360 yards. He played in 5 games. I expect him to at least have close to 600 yards and maybe a couple of touchdowns, 3, 4 touchdowns, maybe even 2 at least. Eddie Lacy is gonna be decent. I expect Doug Baldwin to be good, even though he's 28. It's really not that much. I expect us to have 1,000 receiving yards and maybe more than 7 touchdowns. Maybe at least 9 or 10 touchdowns. I expect big things from Doug Baldwin. Now let's take a look at my bold predictions right here. And there's not really to say about these bold predictions. The only bold prediction I have. So bold prediction number one: Eddie Lacy will contend for the Pro Bowl. Like I said, this guy will go close to 600 yards. Like some people might not even have him, but he'll do 4 or 5 rushing touchdowns, and maybe they'll have a different look at this guy. And the NFC is not used to his running backs. Ezekiel Elliott, Devontae Freeman, and that's really it. Like Adrian Peterson left. You still have Dalvin Cook, but it's gonna take time. So I expect Eddie Lacy at least to contend. And I'm not saying he's going to be at the Pro Bowl, at least to contend. Hold on 1 second. Bold prediction number 2: the defensive line will take a step back. Like I said, the defensive line can't really work together. They don't play like how they're supposed to be played or used to be played. I expect this defensive line to take a step back. And bold prediction number 3, though. Don't be surprised if Trayvon Boykin and Austin Davis start in some games. This offensive line is really not that good, guys. It's close to terrible. It's close to terrible. Wilson's probably going to get it, I'm not going to say it. He probably missed some games, but Trayvon Boykin and Austin Davis will start. They'll probably do good. They'll probably do bad, but they'll get some wins. And, yeah, that's pretty much my bold predictions. Now let's take a look at the schedule. I'm not going by game, going by chunks. So first let's start with your own division, the NFC West. I'm expecting you guys to sweep the 49ers. I expect you guys to at least split with the Rams. At least split, or you may get swept by the Rams again, but at least split. And you guys will split with the Arizona Cardinals. So by that logic, I have guys going 4-2 in the division. Now you go against the AFC South. I know for sure you're gonna lose at Tennessee. You're not really good at playing at hot temperature in the beginning of the season. I don't know why, but that's just the truth. You're probably gonna beat the Colts. You're probably gonna beat the Texans. And I'm not sure about Jacksonville. We probably win there, so I expect you guys to go 3-1 in the division. Who else do you guys? So you gotta go against the NFC East. Now that's gonna be tough. You host the Giants and you host the Cowboys. Some really good games there. And you go on the road to Washington. You go on the road to Philadelphia. I expect a 2-2. You might win both home games. You might get a win at Washington. You might get a win at Philadelphia. But I expect you guys to go 2-2. And you guys won the division, right? Yeah, you guys won the division. And now you verse the Green Bay Packers. And I believe you guys verse the Atlanta Falcons. Yes, you do. You verse the Atlanta Falcons. I expect you guys to lose against the Atlanta Falcons. The Falcons will be a good road team. They should have won last year, but they're going to be hungry to beat you again. And you guys lose against the Packers. Or you might split. I'm going to predict a split. But, don't be surprised if you lose against the Falcons. So, by that logic, I have guys going 10-6, 9-7. You guys will probably make the playoffs. I'll be very shocked if you don't. And you guys might do better. You guys maybe will wake up, like you wake up at the middle of the season, like you don't care about the temperature. But I don't really see that changing. And this schedule is pretty tough. It's pretty tough. But I have you guys going 10-6. Now, worst case scenario, 8-8. I can see us going to 8-8. you could really F up. Like you could get swept by the Rams. You could get swept by the Cowboys. You could lose at Jacksonville. Like, this is a tough schedule, but you guys could F up in one game. Any given Sunday. But I don't really see you guys going 8-8. Best case scenario, 11-5. I could say 12-4, but it's gonna be a stretch. 11-5 will be good. So yeah, that's all. That's all. Comment down below what you think about this Seattle Seahawks. I know there's some Seahawks fans out there. Comment down below what you think your team's gonna do. Comment down below what you think they are. Leave a like in this video. Subscribe if you're new. And like I said, I almost didn't post the video, but I did it for y'all, man. I did it for y'all. So I want you guys to have a good day or a good night. This is like 10 o'clock over here. And yeah, the Sports Talk TV, and I'm out. Peace. Playoffs for you. Playoffs for you. How about the Jets? Man, how about the Jets?